What's up, everyone? Welcome to Easter Jam and Happy Easter. I hope you're having a good day so far. My name is Jeremy Kidd. I am the Children's Director at Harbor Covenant Church North Campus, and I am so excited to welcome you to this celebration. The Easter Jam, is something we've put together. It's big enough for the whole family, so we want all of you here. This is for preschoolers, for elementary students, youth, college age. It doesn't matter if you're a parent, a grandparent, you're all invited. So join with us today. If anyone is missing, pause this video right now and go and get that person. All of you need to gather together to have some fun with us. So the only way to not have fun in this is to not participate. So make sure that you are fully participating. We got some games, some activities, some songs. It's gonna be awesome. And we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
All right, let's get to it. It looks like everybody's here, so we're gonna get started. Hey, you know, there are only two kinds of people in this world. There are those who like these things. Look at that little guy. And there are those who don't. I'm not really sure how I feel about these guys. I mean, I don't really eat very many peeps, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're just a little bit grainy for me. But on the other hand, they are completely adorable, so I'm a little divided. What do you guys think? You guys like peeps? Give me a thumbs up if so. And if you don't like them, give me a little thumbs down right now. Look around the room. You all have the same opinion? Maybe some differences? Is there a generational gap? I don't know. So whatever the case, I don't care if you like peeps or if you don't like peeps, we're gonna be using them for our next activity. So if you don't have any peeps in your hand right now, you should probably go get some. And by the way, if you don't have any peeps at home, you can just use a giant marshmallow for this. Whatever you have on hand that is marshmallowy, that should work. All right, so do you got your peeps or your marshmallows? Because we are about to have an epic peep jousting showdown. I'm gonna explain how it works, and then I'm gonna tell you when to start. First thing you need to do is you need to divide your living room into 2 teams, just 2 teams, and you need at least 2 peeps or marshmallows, 1 for each team. Divide yourselves up into 2 teams, and then you're gonna make sure that you need to get a toothpick. Let me just grab one of those really quick. Okay, all right. So once you've got your toothpick, you need to actually take it with your peep, and you need to stick it right in the front so it's out there like a jousting lance. And you're actually going to need 2 of these, as I said, so I think I need another one of these. Oh, good, we got it. So with these 2 peeps in hand, 1 for each team gets to name their peep. You can give it a ridiculous name, a funny name, a serious name it after a Marvel character, I don't care what you do. But once you've named your peeps, you can mark on them with Sharpie, color them, do whatever you want to, add some glitter, I don't care. You're not going to eat these, so it's all right to decorate. Once your team has decorated your peep, it's time for the showdown. You're gonna place each of these together very close like this on a microwave-safe plate. And then you're gonna open up your microwave, put the plate in there, and close it up. Your next step is very important, so pay close attention. Once you've got the plate in the microwave, you're going to turn it on for 45 seconds. Now, you're not going to let it run for 45 seconds. Let me repeat that. Do not let it run for 45 seconds. That would be tragic for your microwave. No, you're gonna let it run for about 45 seconds, significantly less than that, until one of these lances drops down and touches the other peep. The first peep whose lance touches the other peep when it falls, that's the peep that wins and the team that wins, all right? But remember, this is very important. As soon as that lance falls on the first peep, turn the microwave off. I'm gonna say it one more time. Turn the microwave off. We do not want to explode these peeps inside your microwave completely, okay? So to avoid terrible cleanup, turn the microwave off as soon as the lance touches, and you should be all good. This is important. After I finish explaining this and I count down for you guys, you're gonna pause this video and you're gonna go do everything I just explained to you. I need you guys to take a picture when you're done. Take a picture of your destroyed peeps, take a picture of your 2 teams, which one had the victory, give us a little hashtag HarborCov, Easter 2020, something like that, and post it up on social media so we can all share in the fun. All right, here we go. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, how did it go? Did you have fun? I want pictures. Who won? Post all of that up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and drop hashtag HarborCov Easter Jam 2020 so that we can all see and celebrate together. I hope you had fun, and I've got to say, this was more fun than I thought it was going to be, and it was quite messy. Let me see if I can get mine right here. Okay, good, good. All right, sometimes I use the force too powerfully, but I had Team Cap and Team Iron Man. For those of you who know me, you know what that means. And Team Iron Man actually won, unlike the movie, or maybe not. It's up to you, I guess. You'll have to watch it and see how it goes. So with that, I have to say this is quite messy, and I don't know how yours went, but yeah, you can play with that in your hands if you want. It's kind of disgusting. I'm going to teach you about our next game next. But before I tell you all about that, you're going to need to get a few things. You are going to need a laundry basket. You are going to need a bunch of socks, as many socks as you can find. They could be clean socks, they could be dirty socks. It doesn't really matter, as long as each of them has a match. So get matching socks, get a laundry basket, and come back here and then unpause the video to keep going. In the meantime, I'm going to go wash my hands. All right, everybody, do you have your laundry basket? You got those socks? Good. Hold on, let me get mine. Good. So once you've got your basket and your socks, this next part's important. You're going to select 2 people from your family, okay, to play this game. You can do it multiple times, so everybody gets a chance to play if you want. But select 2 people, and maybe it'll be one from each team that you had during the peep joust. You're going to set the socks on one side of the room. Dump them all out onto the floor. Don't worry. They're going to be back in the basket soon. So now you need to put the basket on the opposite side of the room from where you put the socks. And your 2 players are going to come over and stand next to the pile. Next, you need 2 scorekeepers, 1 for each player, and a person to run the timer. If you don't have enough people for all that, just improvise, use the honor system for scoring, whatever you need to do. This can be done with any size family. Just let's all be honest and have fun, all right? So once you've got your basket on one side and you've got your socks on the other side, this next part is really important. Players, you are each going to grab 1 sock, and then you're going to find the matching sock. Once you've got a match, you need to roll your socks up into the shape of a ball, or if you will, an Easter egg. Next, you're going to take that Easter egg and you're going to toss it into the basket across the room. Do your best to make a goal, because it only counts if it makes it in. Scorekeepers, you're keeping track of how many Easter eggs your player gets into the basket across the room. Now you have 2 minutes for this. When that 2-minute timer runs down, the game is over, you count up your scores, and then you know who wins. So, are you ready to play? Hope you guys have fun. Pause the video, set up, play your game, and I'll see you in a minute. right, you guys, I hope you had fun with the game. Who won? Hey, post a picture of the winner doing a victory pose or something on social media, and remember, drop that hashtag HarborCovEasterJam2020. All right, we want to see what happened, and you can have some fun with it. Make a funny pose or something like that. Also, if you didn't put it on social media, then did it really happen? I mean, seriously. So anyway, the winner, whoever did win, gets a cool prize. It is socks. No, I'm just kidding. They're not going to get socks. But you know what, parents? Make sure that whoever won the game gets a special treat today. All right, we are here to celebrate Easter. We've been having a lot of fun, and the reason for that is because we love to make this a special day. But what is it that makes Easter so happy? Why are we celebrating so big on this day? What makes Easter, perhaps more than any other day on the entire calendar year, such a special day? Well, that's exactly what we're going to learn soon. But before we get into that, I want you guys to do one of these three things. On the screen in a moment, you're going to see some options for ways that you can wish your family or friends a happy Easter. Go ahead and pause the video on this next screen, pick one of these options, and go do it. And then after you're done, come back and we'll have some more fun. Oh, we're back. Sorry, baby Yoda memes and all that. Anyway, I just want to tell you guys that this has been an awesome time with you so far, but we have the best part yet to come. Easter is a special and happy day, not just because of Easter bunnies or chocolate or sock games with baskets. I mean, all those things are fun and great, but those are ways that we celebrate something even greater. Something that happened a long time ago, thousands of years ago. And that story is really, really old, and it's really, really special, but it's also really, really simple. So simple, it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
I hear this story every year, you guys, but it never gets old. It's the greatest story ever told, and it has such a big impact. No matter what I'm going through or what I'm facing, what matters most to me and what gets me through it is knowing that Jesus is alive. I think of it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can get through the coronavirus because Jesus is alive. I can love my neighbors even when we're quarantined because Jesus is alive. I can celebrate because Jesus is alive. Now I want to pause this video for a minute and give you guys a chance to add to this list. You're going to pause and you're going to fill in the blank. I can blank because Jesus is alive. Answer this as a family together and we'll be back in a minute. Awesome, you guys. I love having these kinds of conversations. It's so important to remember what Jesus has done, what God has done in the past, because that allows us to trust him in the present. Whatever we're going through as a family, whatever we're going through as an individual, or as a world right now, Jesus is alive, and what he's done in the past means we can trust him in our present right now. So, before we finish our family Easter celebration, we got one more thing for you to do. For this, you need to select whoever in your family is the technology genius. Who's great with a cell phone camera? That person's gonna be your photographer. Next, you're gonna take your whole family outside, find a good space, bring some props along. Maybe you got some great stuffed animals or some bunny ears. And then you're gonna get together, you're gonna pose in a great way that reflects your family's unique style. And then you're gonna take a great photo and post it up on social media with the hashtag HarborCovEasterJam 2020. That way we can all see who celebrated Easter today with us at Harbor Cove and really enjoy looking at all these pictures of all of you. Even though we're separate, we are united today, remembering that Jesus is alive. Let's celebrate, you guys.
Day in history, death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine.